If someone called you a slave in 2025, I know you'll be ready to fight. But what if I told you that in the kingdom of God, slave is not an insult, it's an identity. The one that Paul, Peter, James, and even Jesus himself wore with joy. I know this might trigger some people, but you need to hear it. We all have to talk about being sons of God, and that's powerful. It speaks of intimacy, it speaks of inheritance, it speaks of identity. But the New Testament uses another word to describe us that most Christians avoid, and that word is doulos. Literally means slave of Christ. Stay with me, because this is not about losing your dignity. It is actually one of the most freeing, secure, identity-defining truths in the Bible. Welcome to the next of our 30-day series where we pick one Greek word a day, and today's word is doulos. This word can transform how you see God, how you see yourself, and how you see your faith. In Greek, doulos does not just mean servant, it means slave. I mean, someone completely owned by another. Paul starts many of his letters this way. Paul, a doulos of Christ. James said it, Peter said it, even John in Revelation also calls himself doulos. This wasn't just their personal humility. It was their core identity as believers and meant to be ours too. This is not about forced submission. It's about joyful ownership, that you belong to Jesus completely. Your body, your soul, your future, everything. He bought you at the ultimate price. Even Jesus said that whoever wants to be the first must be the slave of all. It flips the world's idea of greatness upside down. Because here is the reality. We do not own our lives. It's not about my body, my time, my plans, my. It's about Christ. Lord, I'm yours. Lead me. And ironically, that is where the deepest security lies. Now, don't get it twisted. The same Bible that calls you a slave of Christ also calls you teknon, that is a child, a beloved child of God. It is not a contradiction. It is actually a powerful balance in the gospel where love and lordship meet. Being a son means you're loved, you're chosen, you are brought close with full inheritance rights. Being a slave means that you acknowledge who owns your life and gladly submit to his will. Together, it means that you have a father who loves you endlessly and also a master who deserves your total obedience. Because he owns you, he takes full responsibility of you. Your vision, your future, all secured in him. I mean, if he's the best of the hair, why is this even important? We live in a world that is obsessed with self. My truth, my dreams, my vision, my life, it's my body. But it's actually not yours. The gospel calls you into something radically different. To find your highest joy, not in running your life on your own, but belonging fully to the one who gave his life for you. That was what Paul meant when he said, I have been crucified with Christ. I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. You're a slave, but the best master. You are a son loved by the greatest father. And that is what real freedom looks like. So let me ask you, are you living like a son who knows that he is deeply loved by the father? Or you are living like someone who does not have a cover? Don't forget to subscribe so that you do not miss tomorrow's word. Theos. Is God a judge? If you need a one-on-one coaching on Biblical Greek, feel free to send me a mail on learnwithmojirayo@gmail.com. And if you need an academic coach, someone that will walk you through your academic journey, whether it's a thesis, whether it's a dissertation, your final year project in any field, feel free to also reach out to that email on your screen. See you tomorrow.